Remember the year 2000? For many, the world economy felt like a rigged game. The richest 10% of people were spending a staggering 40 times more than the entire bottom half of humanity. It seemed like an unbreakable cycle. But then, something incredible started to happen. The tide slowly, almost imperceptibly, began to turn. Fast forward to today, and the story is completely different. By 2025, the poorest half of humanity has nearly doubled their share of global spending, going from just 6% to almost 12%. That's not just a number. It represents billions of people moving from pure survival to actively participating in the global economy. Meanwhile, the richest 1% saw their share of consumption dip slightly. It's a small shift, but it shows that the gap, while still massive, is no longer expanding endlessly. It's a quiet revolution reshaping our world. For more stories like this, make sure to subscribe. Did you know one of the biggest economic shifts in history just happened and almost nobody noticed? For decades, the spending gap between the world's richest and poorest was a staggering 40-1. Today, that number has collapsed to just 18-1. The real heroes of this silent revolution aren't the Western economies we always hear about. It was rising nations like India and China that completely redrew the map. Let's get specific. Not long ago, the average American spent 16 times more than the average Indian. Today, that difference has been slashed in half to less than 8 times. But here's the real twist. This isn't just about them catching up. It's about who sets the rules. As their spending power grows, they're not just buying Western products. They're defining what the world wants next. The next big thing in tech, fashion, or entertainment might not come from Silicon Valley or Paris, but from Mumbai or Shanghai. The balance of power is shifting, and this is just the beginning. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights. Have you heard the news? On a global scale, the gap between rich and poor countries is actually shrinking. For the first time in modern history, developing nations are catching up. And economies in places like Asia and Africa are booming, lifting millions of people into the middle class. It sounds like the world is finally becoming a more equal place. But that's not the whole story. While the world looks more equal between countries, a different trend is happening inside many wealthy nations. In places like the US and parts of Europe, the gap between the rich and the poor is quietly growing wider. So what does this all mean? It's not that the world is simply becoming more equal. It's more like a massive economic rearrangement. The global landscape is changing in ways we've never seen before. What do you think this means for our future? Let me know below, and subscribe for more insights.